Welcome everybody to our webinar. All right, guys. So I'm going to hold on a couple seconds and we are about to get right into it. So thank you everybody for coming in. I'm very excited to share with you guys like how we've had our own e-com success. We've been actually in the marketing, advertising, creative and branding for probably over 8-9 years now with our marketing agency. And we got into Shopify itself over a year ago, and we've definitely had some awesome success. And now we're doing a lot of the things literally on an automated way. All right. So we're about to hop into it right now. All right, guys. So here we go. So this is how we used a revolutionary new system to go from $0 to $226,000 within the first month of opening a brand new e-com store. Okay, guys, so this is a brand new store. This is a brand new Facebook pixel. This is not one that we had been planning for long periods of time or anything like that. This is literally brand new, the whole entire infrastructure. So this is not an easy feat, but we're going to actually share some secrets with you guys on exactly how it is that we did it. All right. All right, so my promise to you guys, okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to build an e-commerce brand through an amazing platform called Shopify. Okay, if you guys haven't heard of Shopify, Shopify is now one of the behemoths out there in the e-com space. Now they're actually considered to be number one over two platforms. One of them is called Delusion. The other one is called BigCommerce. And they're actually considered one of the unicorn companies out there. That means that they're one of the startups that went to over $1 billion. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to gain the financial freedom, make money online, and build a business from the comfort of your own home, okay? Or from behind a laptop for those of you that are on the go, okay? And without having a huge amount of capital to start with, okay? So after working with a variety of platforms, we have come to see that Shopify is making leaps and bounds over any e-commerce platform to sell your products or services, okay? And if you guys stay until the end, what we're going to do is we are going to give you guys an extra entry into our 10,000 online business package giveaway. Okay, so our marketing agency, Digital Age Business, has gotten together with Digital Frontiersmen, and we're actually going to build the business of somebody's dream with our team. Okay, we're also going to give you guys a video showing you how we select winning products. Okay, so like one of the most essential parts of actually being able to have a good running e-com store is actually the products within it. Okay, so like if you don't have that piece selected properly in the very beginning, it's going to be harder to have success throughout. So that's like very important. I'm going to actually give you guys that if you can stick to the end. All right, so do me a favor, guys. We live in the age of information. Technology is definitely distracting us. So do me a favor, turn off your cell phones, disconnect from social media, because if you have all these little pop-ups coming up, you're not going to be able to pay attention. Okay. And I'm going to try to help you guys in a way that has not been done before. Okay. So if you're an e-commerce entrepreneur, digital marketer, small business owner, new entrepreneur, someone just wanting to make money online, or you're just a go-getter, or you just want to make money and you want to have better results in beginning or improving and scaling your Shopify store brand, if you want to learn about Facebook ads, branding your business, and taking it to the next level, then the next 60 to 90 minutes will change your life. Okay. All right, guys. So let's start off with who am I? Okay. And why in the world would you guys actually listen to me? Okay, so my first hint of entrepreneurial greatness was actually in freshman year of high school when I took an entire bag full of CDs to school, and I literally was able to sell every single one of them. And at that time, it was just tremendous that I could do something to that grand extent. And I had never seen so much money in my life, and people were just so happy. So it's like I was able to make a bunch of money, and at the same time, I was making people super happy because I was giving them something that at the time was just not around. And it was incredibly satisfying to be able to help people out. I really loved it, and I thought it was really cool, like, that I was able to help these people out. Okay, so I went very entrepreneurial after that with so many different ventures. I used to sell baseball cards. I actually started a pet shop right out of high school after I had left university, after I had a scholarship. I didn't think that that was for me, and I ended up dropping out. And then I was a very ambitious fella. But everything actually took a turn for the worse when I was actually 22 years old. All right, so I was very entrepreneurial, but I was also very greedy at the time. And I was very much so wanting to do something big. And I turned to actually selling marijuana, which is actually legal in Florida where I lived at the time. It's now legal. But at the time, this was illegal. And this was literally the most pivotal part in my entire life, because within the prison system, I was literally forced to self-reflect. And at the time, it was just very hard because I was actually sent to a maximum security prison by accident. So by accident, I was actually in one of the most secure prisons with people that had a lot more years than me and much more danger. So I had to learn how to move amongst the vultures within the system. And I also really went into self-reflection, and I got to meet some incredible people, including the longest running senator of the state of Florida, which his name was Childers. And I got to befriend him and some other amazing people. I also got into avid book reading, and sometimes I would read a book within a day or two. And that was like literally the most pivotal part in my life. So within the prison system, I created my marketing agency, which is called Digital Age Business, and my reptile propagation business called Breeder Circle, with the intent to power the business of the future and help out reptile enthusiasts from around the world. Okay, so I did this right before I did the planning, right before I got out. And this was basically in 2008. I started doing the whole ventures and figuring it out. And at the beginning of 2009, I was let out. So immediately I went to just working. I would never in my life want to be in that position again. So I made sure that I told myself that I would never do anything of that extent. And I was actually here to help people. Okay, so that was one of my aha moments where it's like, you know what? I can't be doing things on a greedy basis. I have to give back. So ever since then, I have literally been helping businesses from around the world. Okay, so today I continue to run Digital Age Business, which is my marketing agency, which consists of a 10-person team. Okay, and I have taken part in development of 16 different companies, including $1 million company. Okay, and actually we have two. That was the Breeder Circle was actually one of the ones that was considered $1 million company, and our marketing agency too is also $1 million company. Breeder Circle, I actually sold it last year to one of my business partners, which was the $1 million brand that we had created with all the teachings and lessons that we had within it. Okay, so another piece of advice to give you guys of what I'm about is I'm a very deep knowledge seeker. So I've traveled around the world, and I'm a student of the DeMartini Institute for High Level Human Performance. So if you guys look on the left-hand side, on the very top, that is John DeMartini, and that was actually in Houston. I've been to Houston several times to basically partake in some of these learning about business, finances, psychology, behavior, axiology, a lot of stuff that people are actually in this business and this model. I don't see many people talking about it. So as we go through this whole entire webinar, I am going to teach you guys, and you're going to see there's hints of these teachings within it. So the psychological factor and the mindset factor here is very important, because the mindset factor is going to help you to success when the challenges arise. Okay. Earlier this year, I spoke about digital marketing on a panel for City Gala event in LA, and it was hosted by Entrepreneur Magazine. If you guys look on the bottom left, that's Forbes Riley. She has sold over $2 billion in sports, different tools, and sports athletics. And the gentleman to the right of me actually is a young 18-year-old that has helped clients from around the world. And he actually spent $2 million on ads for his clients just in the last year alone. He's a millionaire, and he also makes more money than the president of his own country, which to me is pretty astounding that he's 18 years old, guys. Okay, so like understand that for 1 second. You know, he's 18 years old and making tremendous moves. What tells us that any of you guys can do the same thing? If he can do it, and I'm going to show you a little bit further, someone else was able to do something incredible. You guys have that opportunity now, okay? So I have generated millions of dollars in revenue through Facebook in the last 8 years, spending in the last year alone, $250,000 on Facebook. And this is for our own stuff, just $250,000 on our own advertising campaigns, not including our clients in the past. Okay. So our team for Digital Age Business has worked with such companies as Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Audi, Maserati, and Cisco. So just to give you a take of how we do take branding extremely seriously. Okay. All right. So imagine what your life would be like when you have financial freedom, when you have the time to do what you love. Okay. You get to work on something that you love. Like the cool thing I love about Shopify is that you actually get to do what you love. You get to pick it. Okay, you're not working for a corporation where they're telling you exactly what you have to be doing and you have no take in it. Okay, so whether you're part of a startup, whether you have a partnership, whether you're the one that's running it, you get to pick what you want to do. So if you're a sports fanatic, guess what? You get to go and do sports and jerseys, whatever it is that you want to do. You have that possibility and the chance so you can actually love what you're doing. You're going to be able to earn money online and create the business from the ground up, all from the comfort from your own home or even from just the laptop. Okay, you don't have to worry about having a huge amount of capital to start, okay, or feeling stranded or confused on how to advance your e-commerce business through this incredible Shopify platform. I mean, when I found out about Shopify and I actually got into it, guys, I literally went head first. I sold my company Breeder Circle and I was going to put more money into our agency. I actually turned my agency to look and go all in the Shopify platform. So I'm going to be giving you guys all that knowledge that we've acquired, through the last 8-9 years through our marketing agency, and all the teachings that I've had, but also like how we've gone all in on the Shopify platform. Okay, we're going to teach you how we can scale your company and create a significant, reliable source of income online. Okay, so you're going to be able to discover how to select and source winning products and learn the techniques on effective product placement. Okay, you can even do this without having any inventory. Okay, so imagine that you have products that you don't even have to have in-house. This is one of the reasons that myself went all in. I couldn't believe that you don't have to have actual inventory and you can use something called drop shipping. Okay, so drop shipping, they will allow you to ship products. They'll ship the products for you and all you have to do is sell them. Right? So we're going to also teach you how to harness the power of Facebook ads and how to target to your market, your products and service in a way that has never been possible before. Okay, so it's cool to talk about all this stuff, but let's go ahead and let me give you guys a little taste of what we have actually done in the past. Okay, so that would help you guys out a little bit, right? All right, so as you guys see in this webinar right here, this is actually in the month of November to December. This was a brand new store. It was a general store that we had actually opened up, and we literally did $226,800 in a single month. And one of the reasons we did not do more was because we couldn't get enough of the actual supply of this product. So our biggest day on this campaign was $21,000. This was on December 4th. And that day right there, we had to literally start scaling down. Sad to say, but we had to start scaling down because it was just a pivotal point that we couldn't get enough product in time for Christmas. So we had to just take our ads down. All right, so this is right before actually this one. This was another brand new store. So this was in September 24th to October 24th. So you can see how we kind of like phased into the other one simultaneously. And then we kind of like went away from this one. But we did $0 to $84,000 in the very first month, from $0 to $84,000. Okay, so are you guys starting to see a little bit of a trend here? Okay. All right, so here is actually my company I sold last year. This is Breeder Circle. We were an internationally known reptile company. This was actually us. You see me there in the middle. My eyes might be a little closed, but that is my team all around me. And what we did is this was actually the biggest show in the United States. It's at the Daytona Reptile Expo. And you can see the branding is on point. If you just see there's banners all over the place. We have, Breeder Circle thing even on the floor. We're probably the only people that did that. And we would sell very expensive and high-end snakes. So branding was actually extremely important to this. The fellow all the way on the left is my business partner, Ricardo Martins, that we actually sold the company to last year. He's now running the company and doing very well. All right, so some of you are like, okay, cool. That's cool that you had some results last year, but let me show you guys what we did actually just last month, right? It would be nice to see what we're doing, and we're continuously hitting these same type of numbers now. But we did on autopilot just last month, we did $206,000. Okay, and this is just one of our stores. We have 4 stores. All right, so just give you guys an idea of what it is that we are doing currently, and this is something that we continue to do over and over and over again. All right. All right, so here is where I talk about something called the digital revolution. All right, guys, so this is amazing because this is another 18-year-old. Okay, so this is actually Vincent Wang. He has been basically my rock star student, and he actually did in 1 month's time, he was able to produce $330,000. Okay, guys, so I just want you to hear that again. He's 18 years old. Okay, he's using Shopify. He's utilizing, obviously, this is a smart young fellow. Obviously, he's utilizing some of the teachings that we gave him on team building, branding, axiology, some of the different things. And he did 330. I think in the last couple months, he's actually done $500 to possibly $550,000. Okay, and one of the most pivotal things about this, his profit margins were very high. Sometimes in some of our campaigns, our profit margins can sway from 20% to 40%. He actually made 50% profit. Okay, guys, this is very pivotal for you guys to understand because he's 18 years old. If he could do this, you guys can too. All right. All right, so let's remember this too. Results are not typical. Okay, so these results are actually not typical. There is no magic wand to success. I will walk you through the system that we are using to get the results, what we're teaching our students to get the results. But please understand that my results and students are not typical because the vast majority of people have a difficulty turning their thoughts into action. All right, so we all have great ideas. And I think if I were literally ask you guys, let me ask you guys a quick question. Okay, so I want you guys to answer this real quickly. How many of you guys want to be financially free? So how many of you guys would like that? You make enough money that you could travel wherever you wanted to go and you wouldn't have to worry. Give me a number one if you guys would like that. Okay, go ahead and give me a comment in the comment section, guys, real quick. And I want you guys to give me a number one if you would like to have financial freedom where you don't have to worry about money and you have passive income and money just coming in and everything like that. How many of you guys would actually want that? Okay, I'm getting a bunch of number ones, a bunch of people hitting me with some number ones there. Okay, but let me tell you guys a little bit of the reality. Okay, people do not take action. Okay, so those that take action, just like Vincent Wang did, just like the other 18-year-old kid, Peter, I think his name is Peter Razul or something, and myself, we have taken action. So guys, remember, if you're not taking action with your thoughts and what you're learning, you can't get to financial freedom. Okay, we all want it. Look how many ones we're seeing. Everyone's popping up with number one. But at the end of the day, if you are not actually taking the action steps, and who cares if you fail sometimes? You guys have to remember, so many people get caught up in the notion that they don't want to make any mistakes and then literally while you're taking one step, this guy that took 10, 15 steps, he may have failed 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 times, but the 2 times or 3 times that he succeeded, he's way in front of you. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that. That's a good notion to remember, okay? However, I'm also going to be very happy to share with you for free what's actually working for us. Okay, so this course is not for get rich quick people. It is not for lazy people, and it is not for those not willing to put in the work. You know, if you're not willing to put in the work and you want to get rich quick scheme, guys, this is not for you. You might as well just go back to corporate America and and just work a regular job. Okay, so all right, we're going to go over these 3 things. Okay, these are the 3 secrets we're going to go through, guys. Okay, so secret number 1 is you must find winning products and use an angle, okay, a new angle in advertising them that has not currently been used. Okay, this is one of the parts where people make one of the most biggest mistakes. And now we are picking products and we are hitting on the majority of the campaigns that we do percentage-wise compared to the population because we are using angles. And I'm going to teach you guys more about that. I'm actually going to even show you guys what we did. I'm going to be very transparent and show you guys, okay? So secret number 2, building a brand can create a sustainable business, attract a raving fan base waiting to buy your products, and increases the value of your company tremendously. Okay, you guys saw Breeder Circle. Anyone that had that type of business with our infrastructure, their company may have been worth $200,000 to $300,000, but because we built a sustainable, well-known, with raving fan base and good systems within it, it was actually evaluated at $1 million. So just think about that for a second, guys. If you build a brand, okay, you're going to have waiting customers, raving clientele base, waiting to buy your products, and you're going to continuously grow. If you guys are just trying to do something fly by night, guess what's going to happen? Just like the majority of all the people trying to get into this business, is going to be quick and easy and out. So if you start from the beginning doing it right, you can have more scalability. Not to say that you can't do things without building a proper brand. Of course you can, but why not start right from the beginning? And it starts with the mindset, which I'm going to go into, guys. All right, so here we go. And someone says rhino mentality. What does that mean? That means for you to plow through stuff. Dustin says rhino mentality. Tell me what that means, Dustin. All right, so secret number 3, I will show you how Facebook not only works, but is the most amazing selling platform in the world today. And all you need is $5 a day to start. Okay. All right, so secret number one, I'm going to teach you guys how to find the winning products and use the new angle in advertising them that has not been currently been used before. Okay, so that's one of the things I'm going to teach you guys coming up. And I will also, and this is very important for you guys to understand, I will teach you guys and we'll discuss about the 3 levels of e-commerce. If you guys haven't heard that before, this is something that I've brought into the mix a little bit more. I really don't know anyone else kind of talking too much about it, but it's very important to understand, okay? All right, so it takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Okay, this is by Albert Einstein, guys. Would you not say that Albert Einstein is one of the guys that made a tremendous impact on the planet? I would definitely say so, right? All right, so what we're actually going to throw into the mix is I'm going to teach you guys about how we actually used an angle. Okay, so and this is how we actually scaled our company from $0 to $226,000. It was the majority. We did have other products. This was a general store we were using with other products, but this was the main product that took off. Okay, so we approached a highly saturated market, seeming unscalable item, which was LED and luminous shoes. From a whole new angle and found an untapped market. Okay, guys, and the 226K is only because we had to scale down. We were about to get into 25, 35, 45, 50 to, I believe that we were going to get to the $50,000 to $70,000 days, and we would have hit $1 million if we didn't have the problems with supply. Okay, so I really believe that we could have scaled it up much higher, but due to the demand and being able to have not have enough shoes, we weren't able to do it. Okay, so a large portion of our 226K in sales were by selling LED shoes to this unique target audience. Okay, so what would that be? Okay, so we not only went after a whole new demographic, but we utilized video ads to sell these products, which was also not a very popular strategy and proved advantageous. Okay, so let me give you guys an idea. These are 2 of our actual happy customers right here. They're actually on the hover. We do not do hoverboards, but these are LED shoes that we were actually selling them. Okay, and then if you look over here on the left, these were luminous shoes, and on the right hand side, these were kids LED shoes. So you saw a lot of different people selling these, but they were not using the angle that we did. So what was our angle? Okay, guys. So what we did is we saw people were looking at EDM. They were going for the ultra, the ravers, the break dancers and everything like that. What we saw is the big potential with children. Okay, guys. So children wanted these for Christmas, but yet no one was selling it to them. Okay. So what we did is we came into a market that was already oversaturated, way too many people there, too many companies actually in the competition. There's a company named Hover Kicks. There's a company called like LED Kicks. There's all kinds of different companies out there selling these. So what makes us think that we're going to go and outspend some of these big competitors? What we did is we went after someone they hadn't done it. And the untapped market was in the kids' shoes. Okay, so we went after kids, and that's what kind of threw us into the mix and basically gave us some firepower. All right, guys, so pretty interesting, right? All right, so how much do we put in ads? Okay, so Elton wants to know real quick on how much we put in ads for the 226K. I believe I know that 200, and I don't know the exact numbers for the whole month, but I do know for we did in 3 weeks, we did $221,000, and we spent about $56,000 in ads. So I would say that was rounded almost, 25, 26% of our spend. And what people are using in Facebook, we did it all through Facebook advertising. Just to give you guys an idea, the market average, what a lot of marketers are talking about, is around 33%. We're always shooting for 15 to 25%. But you may even go up even higher if you have extremely high profit items. Okay, so just to give you an idea, we were getting these shoes for about $8, and then shipping was about $5, so $13, and we were selling the shoes between $35 up to $50. So our profit margins were pretty good. We could have even spent 50% on ads and still have been pretty profitable. It's just you want to be very careful and watch your numbers. All right, guys? All right, so yeah, exactly. Mo, great point. Great. I forgot to mention that. Obviously, you're not going to go after children because they're not the ones using. They're the ones using Snapchat, Instagram, and a lot of them maybe not even are allowed to have phones, right? So Mo made a great point. We were actually going after the parents for age ranges from 3 to 15 years old. Okay, so like what we saw hit very hard for us and what went very well was from the ages 3 to 10. Okay, so 3 to 10 was incredible, and we went after the parents themselves. That's exactly what we did. So great question, Mo. Thanks for that. All right, guys. So e-commerce has now evolved enough that the power has been brought back to the people. We have never had a chance to compete against the largest companies in the world until now. Okay, guys. So I want you guys, I'm going to repeat that one more time because this is so vital. This is why I do what I do, because I want to help people figure this out. The biggest companies in the world have been running everything. Okay, they've been running everything, and it was hard for small companies, startups, or even entrepreneurs to compete with them. But until right now, in the last few years, we have gained the technology and the tools in order to compete against them. Not only are we competing against them, we are taking them down. Guys, do you see H.H. Gregg just went out of business? Payless just went out of business. Bebe just went out of business. Warren Buffett just sold $900 million of his stock in Walmart, and he's selling a whole bunch of their products. So it's pretty incredible what's literally happening right now. Okay, so let's go through these 3 levels. Okay, guys. So if you're not, some of you may understand these slightly, but these are the 3 levels. So the very first level is called drop shipping and arbitrage. This is the beginner stage. This is the rookie stage. And this is the stage where if you don't have capital, this is a great way to start. Okay, so arbitrage, if you guys don't know what arbitrage is when you're taking a product from another marketplace, let's say in this case, it's China, and you take it to another marketplace and you make a profit. So let's say that you find a product in, let's say AliExpress is one of the websites, Alibaba, there's a lot of different ones out there, but AliExpress is one of the ones that a lot of guys are using now. You take a product for $5 and you sell it for $20 or $30, you're working based off arbitrage. But the proper way to do arbitrage is to give them more value, because why would they not just buy from Wish or AliExpress themselves? It's because you're giving them value. Okay, either you're getting the product to them faster, you're giving better customer service, you're giving them a thank you letter. These companies in China don't do that, right? Okay, so drop shipping, the beauty of it is that you don't even have to have the products. And this is the key component. Why I got into this was through the drop ship model, was because I didn't have to have products. You can also do it through print on demand. If you guys haven't heard what print on demand is when you're able to take a design, you design something, you put it on a shirt, and companies such as Gearbubble.com, Printful.com, and there's a bunch of different ones. Those are 2 that I kind of tend to sway to. These companies will actually help you put these items on your Shopify site. Then when somebody orders it, they will go ahead and ship it out for you. So you have to have no inventory. Just think about that. That was not possible. Drop shipping has actually existed for quite a while, maybe like 10, 15 years now, and probably even before that on a different level. But the way that is so functional and easy for an entrepreneur is actually so new, because the tools are being made so currently right now, and Shopify is facilitating that through their apps. Okay, so level number 2. Okay. Let's see what's the word. So level number 2 is going to be white labeling and repurposing. Okay, so this is more of an intermediate and an advanced stage. Okay, so what is white labeling? Okay, so one of the things that happens when you're doing just regular drop shipping and arbitrage is that anyone can sell it. So I just saw Nassim what was saying about copying stuff of big companies. Let's say, for example, this happens all the time. A company has a product that's going viral. Okay, they can find that same exact product, okay, that is going viral with another company, and they can copy it. Because you know what? At the end of the day, there's nothing different about it. There's no copyright on it. You have to make sure, one of the things you have to make sure, guys, no copyright. Don't be copying, big brands. Like some people like to take, like Marvel products and stuff like that. That's a big no-no. They're shutting down accounts, and people are getting sued. So make sure you stay away from that, because they're really trying to chuckle down, and they're getting down and shutting accounts down. You don't want that to happen to you. But the part that sets you apart from the drop shipping in level 1 is when you white label, what you're doing is you're actually putting your branding on a product. So let's take the product that you might find on the drop shipping section. Now you can actually put maybe your logo on it. You put a nice label on the packaging. You have boxing that is done. And believe it or not, some of these manufacturers in China can actually help you out. Okay, so some of these manufacturers are going to help you out, especially if you let them know you're, US based, UK based, wherever it is. Be like, hey, I'm selling online. Our marketplace is in the US, and I want to know how I can get my labeling onto your product. And if you let them know that you're going to have a certain amount of sales coming up, they can help you. Or if you start to build a relationship with these suppliers, okay, you'd be surprised if you can talk to them, you build relationships, they will help you out. Okay, so the second part within level 2 is going to be repurposing. So this is pretty interesting because this is where you start to lose some of your competition. If someone comes in, they see what product you're selling, but you have another function to whatever it is that you're doing, that you're repurposing your actual product, guess what? You have an actual advantage, right? So repurposing, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a watch, and this watch is going very viral online. You go on AliExpress, you see that it has a lot of sales. It's a good, they have a good reputation. You see that they've had like over 2,000 sales. 5,000 sales. You're like, okay, this product obviously is working. Let me reach out to them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out, can they change the band? Or can I chase the face? Can I change the face? Okay, so you're not really making your brand new product, but what you're doing is you're repurposing this product to your advantage, because let's say that one was already popular. Now you come out with a better band, okay, and maybe it does cost you a little bit more money, but let's say this watch you're getting for $10 on AliExpress, and then now you can basically sell it for, let's say, people are selling it for 30, 40. If you change the band to something more high end, maybe now you could get 50, 60, $70. Okay. And you put your branding on it. Guess what? You have an advantage. And now it might have cost you an extra $2 to maybe $4, possibly less. And you're making way higher profit margins. Okay. This is where it starts to get interesting. We all start off in the drop shipping and arbitrage, but we want to work ourselves way down the lines. Okay. So that's our advanced stage, right? Okay. So our third stage is actually going to be manufacturing and private label. Okay, guys. So this is actually what I call the expert stage. I also would like to add in here, it's about innovation. Though all these different levels have innovation, manufacturing and white labeling is very vital, because guess what? This is where you do not have competition. If you are obviously putting the proper copyrights in place and you have contracts with these big companies. And this is where you're actually making products that are not available out in the marketplace. So if you're manufacturing something and you talk to a manufacturer, you either team up with them or even on a higher level that you're actually manufacturing, you're making a product that can hit market, and it's so new that the market goes crazy. Okay, guys, you guys have seen all these different products that have come out. You know, like when that first Elmo, though it came from that proprietary company that had the license already for Elmo, but when the Laughing Elmo came out, guess what? It went crazy. Do me a favor, guys. I want you guys to tell me, go ahead and type in there products that you saw go crazy. Okay, so go ahead and type it in the chat and everything like that. Give me some names. I want to hear some names of like products that you guys saw that went super viral, that you're like, oh my God, I wish I would have been selling that. Or, oh my God, if those guys sold that, like super crazy. All right, so Mo's saying fidget spinners. Okay, so imagine fidget spinners. I think they used to have a copyright on them, and the guy actually lost his copyright in 2005. Now there's the fidget cubes, which they still have the copyright now. So imagine the people that were able to produce it, right? So Harry Potter jewelry, of course. Imagine they have the whole license thing on there too, but imagine. But yeah, everyone's saying the fidget spinners. Yeah, think about how crazy those were going. So just think about for 1 second. Loom bands, right? Look at this, and hoodies, selling hoodies. Okay, so Jiffy Pots, like these people are making 1.3 million in profits. Exactly. So being able to be an innovator and coming out with a product before others gives you an advantage, guys. Okay, so that even goes for the drop shipping and arbitrage. Let me backtrack a little bit on the number one, because let's say that there's a product that just came out to the public. There's no licenses, there's no copyright on it, and it's out to the public and it's very new. And you go in, you give it an angle, and you're the first to really market it on Facebook, Instagram, or Reddit, or SEO also. But Facebook is what we're going to concentrate on. Man, this is a product that you can literally make $250,000. Possibly $1 million and even more, or it could just be $10,000. For some of you guys, $10,000 can change your life. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you guys would $10,000 make a huge impact in your life? Give me a number one for you, those of you that want that $10,000 can make a difference. And then tell me if that's not enough. Give me a number two if you need to make $50,000. Would that change your life? Just imagine these small little intricate things and these little glances of just picking out your product correctly can be the first wave of you getting into the e-commerce space, like some of these young gentlemen are in here, right? So now we got some ones, some number twos, and if there's any ballers out there, $1 million. Okay, so we've seen it. Remember, some of the people that I know, some of the products that we've done ourselves, we've done on a couple products over $250,000. Okay. And these are just, and I'm talking about each product. So just think about that for a second. All it takes is one product being done the right way and it could change your life. Okay. Pocket drones. Hey, those are cool too. Hey, I would say drones are a thing of the future too, guys. 100%. Okay. So look, Nassim's making 20,000. So for Nassim, dude, if 50,000 or $1 million, and you know what? It is possible, but getting to the higher levels, you have to bring into play, which is our next secret, which is secret number 2 is building a brand. Okay. So building a brand can create a sustainable business, attract a raving fan base waiting to buy your products, and increases the value of your company tremendously. Okay, I just explained to you guys that Breeder Circle would have been worth $200,000 to $300,000 when I sold it, but it was worth $1 million because I built a brand. Okay, there's a very big difference between the two. Many people had very similar infrastructures to ours without the brand, without the proper systems in play and the automated systems that we created, and literally have the hype around the world. We're literally selling to 10 different countries around the world. So this is how you can separate yourself and go to the next level. And look, Nassim is like, oh man, hey, Nassim, congratulations, man. If you just started a month ago and you did 20,000, that's incredible right there. That is incredible. All right, guys, so check this out. Coming from one of the men of the hour where his company is worth over $400 billion. And let me tell you guys something very, very intriguing too. Jeff Bezos actually went to my high school. Okay, hear that again. Jeff Bezos went to my high school, Palmetto Senior High. We both went to the same high school. So I feel very, very proud that, like we have the guy that created Amazon that went to my actual high school in Miami. Okay, so your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Okay. All right. So most entrepreneurs, digital marketers, small business owners, and people wanting to make money online think they just need to put up a website with pictures and boom, they're good to go. This is a fallacy, guys. Okay. You can make money. You can. I'm not saying that you can't. You definitely can. But guess what? A lot of times you're going to be chasing after money and you're not creating a sustainable brand. Do you want to always be only chasing after the next winning product? How about you have a sustainable brand where you have income coming in consistently and you can still be looking for those winning products? So you imagine you're like, okay, I'm making a consistent, $20,000, $30,000 a month, but now I'm looking for how do I take one product that's going to make me maybe $100,000, like if for some of you smaller guys, like that one product that can make me $5,000 to $10,000, for some of the bigger guys, $50,000 to $100,000, one product is all it takes. You're one product away from your next goal, right? Okay. So brand is more than just a memorable logo. Okay. Yeah. Joe Mar says, build trust and connection. Oh, 100%. If you don't build trust, think about it. Why do people order from Amazon? Guys, why? Because they trust them. If you don't like your product, first of all, here in the US, at least, you're getting your products in 1 to 2 days if you have Prime. Okay. So you're not only are they super fast, but if you don't like it, you return it. No questions asked. Just think about that right now. Is that not trust? Don't you trust in them that your package is going to get there fast? Who else can do that? It's very hard to compete against them, but you have to build a brand in order to do so. Okay. So the purpose of branding is knowing and consistently living from a true identity. Okay. From a real story, so that the product, executive leadership, sales and marketing, products, support, operations, and the corporate culture all align and be meaningful to the audience. Okay. So what does that mean? Okay. The purpose of branding. Okay. So it's like, what is your why? What is it that you're doing this for? Okay. We all want to make money, and actually money is a very important part. But if you are only getting in this solely for the money, guys, I guarantee you it's going to be a hard time. So I'm going to give you a great piece of advice that you all should follow. Okay. So come from a place of wanting to help people, that you want to actually create value and do something that you love. Like don't get me wrong. What we do also is we do things that we love, like Digital Frontiersman, we're super inspired about, but some of our e-commerce shops, they're not 100% aligned with our vision, but they're helping and facilitating. And what we're doing is we're creating brands and we're helping people. We're making them feel good about themselves with the products that we are giving them. Right. So that's what we want to do. So it's very important that if you come from that consistent place and live from that true identity, and you're not only solely for the money, you actually want to give value out into the world, guess what? They're going to replicate and they're going to give back to you, and you are going to make money. Okay. But if you're only trying to make money, I guarantee you're going to get very tired of this fast. So come from a place that you're going to try to help out humanity in one shape or another. Okay, so brand image is important for establishing a memorable identity within the context of advertising and marketing. Okay, so one of the things that I tell people is that be consistent with your branding. Okay, so like if you come out with a logo and your website, your ads, your Facebook page, make sure the theme is very similar. Okay, so what colors are you going to incorporate? Okay, so as you see that what we're doing here in the webinar, do you see how we have a consistent blue color? Like if I go back over here, you see a little bit of consistency. You see this banner right here, a little bit different. You guys see that blue? Look at how we change it up. Okay, so you see the consistency with the colors, guys. Okay, that's very important, no? Okay, so that's one of the things you do is you have consistency of your brand throughout the different mediums, so that when they see your ads, when they see your website, you become memorable. If you have a whole bunch of random colors or only just flat whites, they're not going to remember who you are. You want to remember golden arches, guys, the Nike check sign, you know what I mean? Apple with a bite on it. You know what I mean? Like think about these things, like they are super, super memorable. Okay. All right. So a brand for a company is like reputation for a person. You earn a reputation by trying to do hard things well. Okay. So one of the big parts, and this is Jeff Bezos again, okay? So one of the big parts about this is that you have to go the extra mile. If you're not going the extra mile for your customer base, they're not going to remember you. They're not going to remember you. Do you guys always want to be chasing after customers, or do you want them to be waiting for you to bring them more products to the market because you're solving an issue, you're solving a problem, you're making their lives easier, you're making them feel excited, okay? Things like that, okay? So, I'm actually going to talk to you guys here how I actually built the Breeder Circle brand, okay, with the power of Facebook and internet. So Breeder Circle was actually built mainly through the platform of Facebook. We actually started doing auctions through the Facebook platform. And it became extremely powerful. Now you see a lot of different marketplaces actually do auctions, and it's something that people really love. And it was an infrastructure that we had added in there. Okay. So one of the main components that really put us on the map is that when people were sending out, because we were actually sending out real reptiles and some products and such, when people would get a box, they would just get a receipt or an invoice at most. Some people wouldn't even send them an invoice. Okay. So what do? I remember that one individual, his name was Ralph Davis. Okay, he was the king of the reptile industry in ball pythons. And he sent me a small handmade certificate of authenticity. I was like, man, and then I was like, cool, this is how it's done. And I ordered from a lot of different people and I never got one again. And I'm like, man, I was literally disappointed every time I would order from someone else and I didn't get it. So I thought to myself, I'm like, man, why don't I make this experience he gave me even better? And what I did is I made a laminated certificate of authenticity for every single client. Then we put business cards. Then I put actual door handle, like a little flyer to go on your door handle. I gave them stickers. I gave them decals. I gave them feed cards. I mean, think about that for now. Like you guys may even just be getting overwhelmed by hearing how many things were going in this box. Even the box had branding on the outside. But guess what? When they received their box, it was an experience that they had never, ever, ever had before. So do you think that they're going to remember, the 10 past people they bought possible reptiles from, and then they maybe got an invoice, okay, maybe got a couple business cards and stuff like that? Or are they going to remember my box where you get a certificate of authenticity telling you exactly what it is that you have? It's laminated, okay? So give me a number one if you guys think that you're going to leave a lasting impact with someone if you send them a box with all that stuff. Give me a number one if you guys think that is. And if there's any of you think that it's not, give me a 2. If you think that that's not going to leave a lasting impact, where we literally give them a certificate of authenticity, stickers, decals, feeding cards, everything like that. When they open their box, they are just in shock. So much in shock, guys, that you can actually go ahead and go into YouTube. Those of you, if you can do this after too, do this after. Just take a note because you don't want to stay away from what we're doing. But you can go on YouTube, look up Breeder Circle, and put open box. So people were so excited about getting our boxes. They actually were even making videos and putting them up online. Think about it. That's what you want to do. If you create that, guess what? They just help you get 3 or 4 more sales. So that one acquisition that may have been through Facebook cost you $5, $10 to get, just turn in 3 or 4 more sales. And their friends are going to come over, see these feed cards, see these stickers. I'm like, who the hell is Breeder Circle? I want to know who they are. Send me their website, right? So you go above and beyond, and your customer service, immaculate. Things like that. And then guess what? You will start to go into exponential growth because you don't have to only use marketing to do it. You're automatically attracting the clientele base into the thing. Look, Danielle puts 11111. It's, hey, this is what it's about. You do that. You add that extra value. Guess what? you are going to reciprocate and you're going to double, triple, quadruple, and up from there instead of just spending money all the time. All right, so let's go with number 3. Secret number 3. I will show you guys how Facebook not only works, but is the most powerful and amazing selling platform in the world. And all you need is $5 a day to start. Okay. All right, so let's look at Facebook beyond the social. We all know it's an awesome social media platform. We got live on it. We have conversations on it. We have Messenger. It's a social platform. But beyond, Facebook, which humbly began as a place for friends to gather online, is not only the largest social network in the world, but it's also the most advanced targeting, okay, and marketing platform as well. Okay, so hear that one more time, guys. It is the most advanced targeting and marketing platform as well. That is literally at the fingertips of the masses. There may be companies that have some very advanced algorithms that are costing them millions of dollars. Okay, that maybe that might be a little bit more advanced, and they have a whole entire team to do it. But for the regular Joe, for the regular marketer, for the go-getter, for the business owner, man, there has never been something so powerful as Facebook. And that's why we concentrate mainly on the platform. We do like to try other things out, and we will go on other platforms. But Facebook right now is in a state where it is doing amazing things and allowing us to compete with the largest companies in the world. Okay. So the social media behemoth gains tons of valuable personal data on all of its users, including buying it from third-party networks around the world. Okay. And it uses this insight to target highly specific audiences, an absolute dream for marketers and digital businesses. Okay. So I would love to know how many of you guys out there are already using Facebook. So give me a number 1 if you're already using Facebook to advertise, and give me a number 2 if you're brand new and never used Facebook. I would love to see like how many of you guys have used Facebook to advertise already. And then give me a number 2 for the people that have never used it, because I'm going to show you guys something super amazing right now. Go ahead and give me 1s and number 2s, guys. I know there's got to be a number 2 out there somewhere. We got 1s. Oh, we got a number 2. Great. Good. William, I'm going to show you how this is. And guys, you can tell, is this not one of the most amazing selling platforms? Imagine the more you start to understand it, it becomes almost like a magical power. For me, it's like, I love it, you know? All right, perfect. We got David, Priscilla. You haven't learned it. So it's great. You guys are about to learn something amazing because Facebook is changing the game. All right. So, oh, John, no results. Hey, you know what, though? I'm going to teach you a couple techniques that will be able to help you. Okay. All right, 1, but not getting any sales. Hey, guys, you know what? That's why you're here. I'm glad that you guys actually took the step to step into a webinar. There's so many people out there that they're like, oh, man, you know, like I go into a webinar and what are they going to try to upsell me? You know, at the end of the day, I'm giving value. Am I not giving you guys value right now? Like, that's what it's about. You guys got to go on learning, gain mentorship, gain masterminds. That's how we did it ourselves. You do this stuff and you will accelerate. I promise you. Okay, let's go on to the next page. Okay, I love this. This is by Henry Ford, guys. This at the time, he was one of the richest men in the world, and he's the founder of Ford Motor Company, okay? He helped us figure out the assembly line, and this is what he says, okay? So stopping advertising to save money is like stopping your watch to save time. Think about that for a second, okay? So if you're advertising and if you're doing great stuff at all in general, and you're building a large clientele base, if you're still not spending the money on marketing and advertising, guess what? You're losing a huge potential marketplace out there. You can't just say like, hey, let me just stop my advertising so that I can save some money. You know, like you just have to figure out how to do it right. That's the key. Okay. So the key is to learn how to do it very much the same. All right, so you know what? I love that I'm seeing that a lot of you guys haven't had results because, you know, I'm going to teach you a couple techniques really quickly that are going to help you. But guys, it's going to take more work than that. Okay, so you're going to have to just and I hope all of you guys are in our Facebook group. It's called DFM Shopify Accelerator. Any questions that you have for free, we will answer them in that group. So if you're not, go on Facebook, look up DFM/Shopify Accelerator. We'll help you guys with your questions. Okay, so let's get back into this right here. So most e-commerce entrepreneurs, digital marketers, small business owners, people wanting to make money online, go-getters, and all of the above, and all you guys here. And not saying that this is you guys here, but people in general, a lot of them, okay, most of them, this is the notion, believe that when they invest money into boosting a Facebook ad, that they're wasting their hard-earned money and we'll see little results, if anything, right? Actually, I just saw that some of you guys actually just said that literally right before I said this last sentence. Okay, so is that not true, you guys? Oh, accelerator. Let me spell accelerator for you here. There you go. All right, so so a lot of you guys actually, and I'm seeing it literally right there. Guess what, guys? Okay, there is something to that. Okay, you're not just wasting your money. Okay, so at the end of the day, what you're doing when you're putting money into Facebook ads is you're gaining data. Okay, so let me say that one more time, guys. When you are using Facebook ads and you're not getting sales, you are gaining data. Okay, remember that you are gaining data. You're finding out who is resonating with what. So your job, okay, is going to be to find out who is buying what products and who is not buying what products. Because if you think that you just wasted your money, no, you just found out, okay, you just found out that this product does not resonate with this crowd, whoever it was that you went to. Because remember, there's high targeting on Facebook. So say we're in the fishing niche and we want to sell a fishing pole, and we have a fishing pole. We hit it out there to, let's say, the fishing niche. It's called intersecting. It's like you can literally do fishing and, let's say, comedy. So let's say that you have something of comedy on your actual fishing rod or something like that. So you hit those two sections. If they're not buying or if they're not hitting any traction, guess what? Now you know this product is not resonating. So maybe what you want to do is maybe fishing times spiritual individuals or something like that. That could be like one of the next things that you do. Okay, boom, you try that out. You start to test things out in the marketplace. That's why $5 is not a waste when you actually put it out there. You're gaining the data, guys. So super important. And Jomar says, interpret the data, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, still winning. Exactly. With the data is literally going to be one of your most important points to figure out what is going on. So you're not losing money. Okay, so I want you guys right now to give me in the thing. I am not wasting money. Okay, this is going to be a long one. So say it in there. Say it in actually the commentary. Say, I am not wasting money. I am gaining data. Just put that right there. Put it, because I want you guys to keep that in your head. This is so important. Say, I am not wasting money. I am gaining data. Okay, so that mentality, if you have the mentality that you're wasting money, guess what's going to happen? You are going to waste that money. So if you change the mentality from I am not wasting money, I am gaining data, guess what? Your whole psychology changes and your brain is going to tell you, hey, I need to interpret this data. Even if you're not, let me tell you guys, I know people that are not math people that are not data people. But once they change that mindset from I am not wasting money, I am gaining data, guess what? All of a sudden, they started to figure it out. So you don't even really have to know numbers. Okay, it's a mindset thing. If you think you're wasting money, trust me, you will. Okay, awesome, guys. That's what I want to hear. I am not wasting money. I am gaining data. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, get that into your heads. And that right there, just by you guys putting it down, this is a psychological effect, guys. We're doing, this is neuroplasticity. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're shifting your way of thinking into a way of thinking that you're doing it the right way. And that's what we do. Okay, that's one of the simple shifts. Okay, just by saying that right now, guys, you've already made a big shift on your success to being able to do stuff on Facebook and Shopify. Okay, awesome, guys. I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm here to show you guys how the Facebook advertising model not only works, but is the most amazing selling platform in the world. All you need is $5 a day to start. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into it a little bit similar. So never stop testing, and your advertising will never stop improving. Okay, that goes very much hand in hand with what we just said. I am not wasting money. I am gaining data. Okay, so very, very important to remember. If you continue to test, your advertising will improve. So think about that for a second. You're not wasting money. You're going to improve. Okay, our mind is a problem-solving machine. Okay, problem-solving machine, and is going to help us figure out what is going wrong. Okay, and that's the thing. If you think you're wasting money, you're going to go into frustration. If you think that, hey, I'm gaining data, you're only getting one step further to find your audience and to find that winning product and to have a sustainable business. Okay, so Facebook ads has taken a new stage of power by creating lookalike. You know what? Let me skip that part. Let me go back down here. So starting with just $5 a day, you can gain the data and insights into your own business and the demographic that you're in. Okay, so every single time that $5 is spent, if no profit is gained, it is never wasted. You have just acquired valuable data. Okay, so once you figure out if that type of product or service does not work with a certain demographic, you have just moved one step closer to finding your ideal or winning audience. Okay, so if that audience totally tanked and no one wanted to buy it, now you know you can scratch it off your list. Okay, and then let you know, hey, wait a second, this doesn't work. Okay. So I'll give you guys another way that we actually do it ourselves to find winning products. We do use something called the Audience Insights tool, where you can find out what actual demographics within Facebook can help you figure out who the audience is. So let's say that you were in the fishing niche and you were to like, okay, what do fishing people like? Is there a specific type of car that they like? Is there specific things they do? But one of the things I like to do is, for example, if you want to run a few other ads, and guess what? You can actually do ads at $2 to $3. Some of my friends and myself, I have been using $3 ads to figure out who my audience is if I don't want to spend a lot of money on a product. So this is what I would do. Okay. So let's say that we have the fishing pole, and it has a special new rod on it or whatever it is. Okay. So what I would do is I would hit the fishing niche, but the fishing niche is too big. Okay. So what you do is you have a target demographic, guys. Okay. So when you're on Facebook, it gives you the option to pick who your target demographic is. All right. So when you pick out, let's say fishing, it's called intersecting. This is when you're going to cross it to make sure that they're in fishing and something else. So let's say, for example, it's fishing. What I would do is I'd create a $3 ad or a $5 ad from fishing to, let's say, comedy. The second one would be fishing to spiritual awareness. The second one would be to, let's say, there's a new one actually, guys, that I just saw come up and I actually been using and it has worked pretty well, is engaged shoppers. So you can actually look at, let's say that you do the fishing times engaged shoppers. Okay, and make sure that you're clicking out. For those of you that are on Facebook now, there's an option that says to expand your audience. Take that off. Okay, so you're not expanding your audience. You want it to be exactly what it is because it gets too big sometimes. Okay, so like for you the new guys in here and the ones that haven't done Facebook, we can actually target for these things. And then intersecting is when you mean that they're doing fishing and they're engaged shoppers. So what I'll do is I'll actually create sometimes 5 to 10 different audiences if I believe in the product enough. You have to remember there is a difference between just testing and knowing that a product may be possible. You have to know that you have a good demographic. This is something new, hasn't been put out into the market. So what you do is you create, let's say the fishing times comedy, fishing times spiritual awareness, shipping times engagement, and these are all different ads. Within 24 hours, you're going to gain valuable insight. Okay, so what happens after 24 hours? Okay, sometimes what you're going to do is you're going to see what is really working, what's not. Some people will wait up to 2 days because 2 days something can go a little bit better. On the second day, you can see if there was growth within the first day and the second day. Did it do a little bit better on the second day? If it's doing bad on the first day, bad on the second day, you cut it. Okay, I usually like to wait 2 days and that's it. Okay, unless I'm literally using something called PPE ads. Okay, so let's say you want to get engagement. Okay, this is called a post-page engagement. A post-page engagement ad is good to get virality and get people clicking into it. So another great way, it doesn't have to be just a convert. This is a conversion where you can do purchase. If you do a PPE ad, post-page engagement, it gives you a notion if people like the product. So you can do the $5 on the fishing times comedy, fishing times engaged shoppers. You can do fishing times Chevys. You can do fishing times, jewelry. You can do fishing times whatever the different options may be there. And guess what? All of a sudden, you notice, okay, you know what? 4 of those ads really suck. They didn't do so well. Cut them. Boom. All of a sudden, you may notice that one did better than another. Okay, so one, like, okay, the spiritual and fishing does not work at all. I am not trying that again. But the fishing and the engaged shoppers did well. Okay, this is very interesting. Let's maybe go inside of that a little bit more and get a little bit closer to find out why was it that they liked it. So you can even cross-sect it and intersect it again. So engaged shoppers with the individuals that are doing fishing, and let's say that love Chevys. And boom, all of a sudden now you have a smaller demographic of 200,000 to 300,000 people. And guess what? This could be one of your winning audiences. Okay. So here goes into the very next part. Okay. So that's kind of in a way that you find intersecting audiences and everything like that. But I'm going to teach you guys, this is a very, very popular thing. And if you're not doing this already, you are missing out, okay? You're missing out, guys, okay? And for you guys that have never done this before, once you start to get traffic, this is the direction that you want to go in, okay? This is what all of our winning campaigns are based off of this one thing here, okay? And there's two things here, but it's one main point, okay? So Facebook ads has taken a new stage from creating lookalike audiences, okay, based on various amount of factors to target customers and clientele from around the world at a fraction of the cost. Okay, so you can also do something called, we call them LAAs. Okay, so LAAs are lookalike audiences. So this is how Facebook, what they do is if you had any traffic, so let's say, for example, that you had traffic to your site, and this, some of you guys are already there right now, right? So some of you guys may literally have an audience that is getting traffic to the website, but nobody's buying. Okay. And you're wasting a lot of money, you know, or you think you're wasting money, but you're getting data. Okay. So I'm going to teach you a little bit more of how it is. So you're spending the money, you're very frustrated because you're not getting any sales. Okay. But you already have, let's say 100 or 200 people that visited your website. So you can actually create a custom audience on Facebook to help you figure out who that 100 people that visited your site is. Then based on that, this is the power. This is one of the most powerful things you could do, guys. Okay, so if you're not doing this, you got to be doing this. You take that custom audience of 100 people that visited that actual spot on the site, and then guess what? You can make a audience that are the 2 million most powerful people or the most responsive people to that audience. So however those people actually look, they're going to create a giant audience. So instead of just throwing ads out onto Facebook to random places that you're not even sure where you're targeting, once you create that lookalike audience, you're going to now look the 100 people or the 200 people that visited your website. You create that lookalike audience based on them. Okay, so that right there is super powerful. I'm talking about super powerful because now you have a 2 million audience. And if you have a large product, a product that can go very viral, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and even up to 10%. So we go from 2.1 million people that are literally the most identical people on Facebook to these 100 to 200 people. Okay. And then let's say you start getting sales, you can even create a lookalike audience based on the people that make sales. I'm just showing you guys a very quick way to do it. And you can even make lookalike audiences based on people that visit your website. Okay, so that's very powerful, guys. Okay, so like all you guys getting in, if you can get 100 to 200 visits to your website or visits to a product page, you can create these lookalike audiences. Where have you ever seen something so powerful like that? There's nothing out there like that that is manageable to, you know, just regular entrepreneurs without having to spend a crazy amount of money with giant companies spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, right? Super awesome. Look-alike audience. Okay, so what about a $50 to $100 product? How much spend and determine ads? Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer that after. That is Nassim. I'll tell you a little bit about that. But if you have a product like that with a huge amount of profit, obviously you can spend so much more, so you're going to get out to more people. So high profit items are definitely the way to go to. Okay. All right. So the other part that is very important that I like to span out to people, but it's as powerful as it is, it's also extremely dangerous. Okay. So remember that there's dangers together with this one, but it's called worldwide targeting. If you're getting stuff from AliExpress, there's an option called I think it's AliExpress shipping. If I'm not, I think it's AliExpress shipping or AliShip or something like that. And then we have e-packets that they go out to about 30 different companies. E-packets will get to the United States within 9 to 11 days once shipped. AliExpress shipping around the world can take from 5 to 6 days, certain countries that are close and in the spectrum, and then up to actually 2 to 3 months. So where it gets dangerous, if you're going to use actual worldwide shipping, is that you have to let your customers know, okay, just like if they're ordering from AliExpress, that it's going to take that long for certain countries. So you'd have to talk to the manufacturer or the supplier and see the ship times so that the customers know how long it's going to take. Okay, the last thing that you want to do is have customers that think they're going to get something in a week or 2 weeks, and it literally takes a month, 2 months, and they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be super pissed off. You're going to get chargebacks on your credit card accounts. You're going to get disputes on PayPal if you're using PayPal, and that could shut your business down, guys. Okay, so you pay attention to these things so you don't get your account shut down. Okay, like that's one of the very important things is you have to pay attention. But when you're doing worldwide shipping, okay, if you've already done your due diligence, found out how long it's going to take, you put it on your website. When you do worldwide, guys, guess what happens? You get pennies on the dollar. Sometimes we pay, when we do that, is what we will target worldwide. Certain countries we will actually not want to ship to, so I take them off our list. There's something you can do on Shopify and take a country out from being able to ship to. And what we do is we find out what countries are actually doing very well. So for example, we had a product that was doing very well in Pakistan and India. And it was doing so well in Pakistan and India. What we did is we made lookalike audiences to those countries. And guess what? It went exponential after that. It went crazy because now we have let's say that we had 500 visitors to India. Now we make a lookalike audience. Now we have a clientele of like 1 million people. So now we have the 1 million most lookalike individuals, or however many the 1% would be, because you do a 1% lookalike audience. So it's the 1% most looking like that audience that has visited your website or product. Okay, so like super amazing stuff there. All right, so good question, John. Let me see, what was John saying? Is t-shirt selling dead? Okay, guys, so t-shirt selling is not dead. There is a lot more competition, but it is not dead. I have friends that are literally doing $10,000 to $20,000 a day. We did some pretty decent numbers on them. I just chose drop shipping because it tends to have higher profit margins, okay, which I like because I can spend more on Facebook. And I would also say it's more time intensive because you have to actually, make a design and then redo it, but one of the things that I do think is a good way to go is licensing. So like there's a website called Sunfrog, and you can actually find a lot of them. If you go to like shows like CES, like in Las Vegas, a lot of different countries have these. And if you get licensed products that are, like let's say you want to get into the Marvel niche, okay, you do not do copyright. You do not buy from AliExpress. What you do is you find a licensed contractor that has a real license for it. You're going to pay more, but usually if you do a decent ad and it's a cool little shirt, and let's say Star Wars movie is coming out and you have the license to it, let's say you're buying them for $15, you sell them for $30. A lot of times you'll be able to sell them. It's just go ahead and make sure you're dealing with a licensed company so you don't get shut down, guys. Okay, I want to push that because more and more accounts are getting shut down because people are doing illegal things. Don't go the illegal way, guys. Don't do it. All right, so let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys enjoying the webinar so far? Are you guys enjoying it just a little bit? Give me a number one if you guys are enjoying it so far. Give me a number one. Give me a number one. Awesome, John. Awesome. Give me a number one if you guys like it. There we go. Jomar loves it. Latana, Gil, Steven. Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, guys. Yeah. Oh, good. Take notes, man. I'm glad you're taking notes. Take as many notes as you can. All right. All right. So let's go ahead. All right, so far we have covered the 3 levels of e-commerce and finding winning products by using an angle to outwit the competition, right? So that's one of the things that we've done so far. We're outwitting the competition. Cool, Priscilla. Well, wait, we're going to answer some questions at the end, by the way, too. I'm going to help you guys answer questions that you may have coming up. So I'll keep that one in mind. Let me see if we can put that one in as a question. There we go. All right, perfect. All right, so then we have, the second thing that we went through is the power of building a brand and how to separate yourself from the masses. Okay, number 3 is how Facebook ads can and has become one of the most incredible marketing platforms in the world today. Okay, so as you see, like it's super powerful, guys. The targeting is insane. We've never had that power at our fingertips. Never has it been that easy to literally go and dissect audiences and make lookalike audiences, custom audiences, and retargeting. Okay, retargeting is a tool that you can literally, people that have visited your site, you can retarget them. And I'll give you guys actually a really quick tip. If you haven't got it already, there's an app and you're getting a lot of traffic. Go ahead and download an app called Retarget. Okay, Retarget app. If you get Retarget app, that app will help you retarget people that have visited your site, and it'll retarget them so that they'll hit it again. Because sometimes people are not ready to buy on their first time, or they were busy, they're at the store, whatever it is. So Retarget app will help you guys get that traffic. So if you don't have it, that's a nice one. We've made just in one of our stores, Retarget app has helped us literally make over $85,000. Okay, so if you guys don't have it, like put Retarget. We just put it in the support in the little chat so you can see where Retarget app is, guys. Okay. All right, so who wants to take things to the next level? So go ahead and put I'm ready into the box, okay? So tell me I'm ready. So we're going to go through a few things, and we are going to go through some questions. But who's ready? Who is ready? All right, we go. We're getting ready. They are getting ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it to the next level. Okay, guys. So I don't know if you guys have heard about it yet. We introduced this for the very first time, and it's called Ecom Unleashed. It is our unconventional guide on how to start, brand, build, scale, and maintain an amazing e-commerce brand through Shopify. Okay, so the reason I call it unconventional guide is because we are teaching things that nobody else is teaching. Okay, and I can say that with confidence, unless someone literally just came up with it right now. There's things that we teach that are not being taught out in the e-com world. And, like we've come in from different industries, and I'm very proud to say that we've created something super amazing for individuals. And it's called Ecom Unleashed. Okay, so this is not your regular e-com e-course. All right, so Ecom Unleashed. Okay, get guidance on your entrepreneurial journey. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to build an e-commerce brand through Shopify, make money online, okay? Gain financial freedom, build a business from the comfort of your own home or from right behind a laptop. For those of you on the go, if you guys haven't been following me on Facebook, I was actually living in Miami, and I just moved out to Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm staying right now in something called the Marketer's Mansion, okay? So I have the freedom to do that. When in the past was that actually possible? So we're actually living out in a mountain. If you guys see me, you can find me if you guys want to go ahead and friend me and follow me on Facebook. My name is Jonathan Foltz. You can follow my journey. I'm on Snapchat too, which is, you can find me in Rain in the Making. And you can see like the way that we've been able to shift, and now I'm able to travel. Okay, so that's one of the things with this business model, that you can literally travel whenever you want. Let's say you want to spend more time with your family. Let's say that you just want to have some more financial freedom. You don't want to have to worry about bills and everything like that. And doing it without having a huge money capital to start. That's what we're going to be teaching here, right? So some folks will see results in as little as a week, and others in a month or two, depending on skill level. And that's what we're trying to teach in the Ecom Unleash. We're doing something amazing through our experience. So this Shopify course has the experience of building various companies. Okay. I have partaken in over 16 companies, guys, 16 companies developing and creating and getting the strategy, building from zero to something. Some of them have died out, and some of them we've sold, like we did the other one, and other ones that we're running right now. So we've also created an international marketing agency helping hundreds of clients. Okay. So growing and selling a $1 million brand, which was Breeder Circle, guys. And this was in a niche that was very niche down. Okay. This is not like we didn't get into technology and do this in technology where there's huge potential. We did this in actual reptile marketplace. So think about that for a second. Okay. We've generated millions of dollars in revenue and spending over $250,000 through Facebook. And the $250,000 we did just probably in the last 6 to 7 months. Okay. Before that, we spent a lot more with our other companies, and we've helped clients in the past. Okay. Knowledge in hiring and training employees and building several teams. So if you're looking to build this, remember, there's like really amazing platforms today that you can literally hire a Filipino for $2, $3, $4 an hour, and the more high-end ones a little bit more. So imagine that you can literally have an assistant help you actually build the business of your dreams very cheaply. Okay, that's something that we're actually teaching in this course. Okay, so we have extensive studies in digital marketing, human performance, business, and amazing subject called axiology. Guys, like the axiology itself is something amazing. It's the study of values and purpose, and it's a game changer for a lot of people. Okay. All right, so this is what you're going to get with Ecom Unleashed. If you guys haven't seen this before, we're actually going to be giving a step-by-step guide on how to set up your Shopify store, fill it with products the right way, okay? We're going to give you the mindset of $1 million revenue earner, okay? So we've done millions of dollars. We're going to teach you the mindset, which I told you guys, having that mindset. And just the few things that I told you, like throughout this course, like I've already started implementing and putting the seeds for success to help you guys out, okay? Because all it is a mindset change. So some of you guys that may have literally felt stuck and not sure what you're doing, you think it's Facebook ads, you think it's the tactics, you think it's your product, but at the end of the day, it might just be your own mind is keeping you from getting there. And since people don't teach these things, a lot of people just stay stuck, okay? That's very important. Okay, we're going to teach you guys about sourcing and drop shipping products. Okay, so learn how to find, select, and source winning products from local and worldwide drop shippers. Okay, we're going to tell you about the do's and don'ts of drop shipping. We're going to talk about print on demand. Those of you that are actually asking about, shirts and things like that, is it dead? It's not dead right now. It's just, you have to have a angle. You have to have, first of all, you have to have that angle. You got to work on events, like event-based things that are actually going to help individuals. Let's say, for example, there's a certain like football season is coming up. Okay, so either you get a license deal from a company. There's another one too to give you guys. I'm going to give you guys another great one. It's called the Mountain. Okay, so the Mountain has a wholesale company that can help you get college teams and football teams working there. So let's see if we can put that, if support can put that in there real quick, as a company called The Mountain. So they do licensing also. So that's one of our sources I'm just giving to you guys for free right now, that you can actually do licensed products. I don't know if you guys saw that Donald Trump shirt that had him on the tank. Whether you like him or not, it does not matter, by the way, guys. But there was a shirt that he had on a tank that when he became president, that shirt went super viral. And I'm sure some of you guys saw it. That actually was from The Mountain. So give you guys an awesome thing that you guys can utilize, okay? So the next thing is how to pick products and then self-fulfillment. So if you're going to do fulfillment on your own, how is it done? We literally take you step by step to feeling how it is, okay? That has like $1,000 value. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to build a brand, why and how. Okay, building an incredible and sustainable brand. How is it that you do it, right? So building your Facebook and Instagram pages. The people don't realize how important your Facebook and Instagram pages are. I hear sometimes people say like, oh, they're not that important, but it's, why? Because they're not building a sustainable brand. If you want to have a sustainable brand, your social media has to be on point. Okay, and we've built very sustainable, awesome social media pages, not only for our own businesses, but also for our clients. We're actually going to be teaching you how we do it, the mindset behind it, and how to actually lay it out and structure it. Okay. We're going to teach you guys about Facebook ad marketing, scaling, and targeting. Okay, so a variety of techniques that will help your marketing go viral from rookies. Okay, so if you're a rookie, you don't know what you're doing, you have no idea, you're super lost, we do it to that level, to the expert level. These are levels where I'm teaching. We have some super amazing techie stuff that we call the revolving lookalike audience. We have something called the blast. We have something called the salt and pepper technique. We have all these techniques that some people are not talking about, and we show you step by step how we actually do it. Okay, we're going to give you a 5-state Facebook ad copywriting strategy, okay? All right, and we're also going to show you guys how to scale your Shopify store with ease, okay? So how to train, how to hire, how to build a team, and set up the systems to run your Shopify business seamlessly. So think about it right now, okay? So if you don't know exactly what I do, we run 4 e-commerce shops. We run a marketing agency. I run the new movement that we started, Digital Frontiersmen, and I have a course. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it's possible that I could have done this by myself? Is it possible? And I still made in one of my Shopify stores, we made $206,000 last month. Is that even possible? Do you not think there's something that I know that others may not? Of course there is. So we have learned, and we have a team of 10 people. So we're obviously setting something up in the proper manner to help run the business seamlessly. Okay. And I get to go ahead and travel and not even be in my office. We have people there running them right now, 2 amazing ladies that are helping us actually do the shipping, the fulfillment, customer service and everything like that. And we have admins, we have a team in Pakistan, there's some amazing things. And guess what? You can do this at minimum prices when you're doing VAs, virtual assistants that are from the Philippines and other countries. We actually teach those things, how to do it seamlessly. Okay. Which is a total value of $7,000. Okay, so there's a value of $7,497. Okay, guys. So I'm going to say one thing real quick. So let me go back here. So one of the things I tell people, and I was telling you in the very beginning, is that people don't take action, right? So I want you guys to think about this right now. So when is the last time that you invested in yourself? I'm sure there's some of you guys that did. Some of you guys have never invested in yourselves. And you are maybe sometimes just trying to get the free stuff out there. And that's okay. There's a great learning curve that you can go through. Okay. But I'm going to give you guys a great quote. Okay. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like. And that's actually from Dave Ramsey from a book called The Total Money Makeover. Okay, so like I don't know if you guys ever heard that book before, heard of that book, but it's actually a really well-known book, and it's so perfect for a lot of people that I see not getting the success in this type of business. Okay, they're going and they're buying their coffees in the they're getting coffee in the morning, they're partying on the weekend, and then they're complaining on the weekdays. They're complaining about the weekdays when they don't have success. And I'm like, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, you're not putting the time and effort or even the money. You're putting money in things that will just go away. Okay, so we all are guilty of needless spending here and there, and it has led us time and time again down a dark path of having a lot less money than we had to start with. Okay, so now if we take that disposable income, instead of blowing it on depreciables, the coffee, partying, you know what I mean, that Nike pair of Jordans and stuff like that, okay, and we invested it into ourselves. That's our greatest asset, guys, is knowledge. Knowledge is our greatest asset. Okay, information and knowledge from the right sources, that's where it is. That's why I've spent so much money. Okay, like you guys have to remember, I've spent myself over $100,000 in trainings, and I'm literally taking my knowledge, which I've never done before. I've only done it in coaching and consulting, and I've actually created a course to teach you guys how to do something super amazing in this world. Okay, so drop the consumerist mentality, okay, and expand your mind while building a powerful business sense, mindset, and significantly increase your value on money. So just the mindset factor I told you guys to change your mind from wasting money to turning it into data, that right there has gotten you one step closer to your success. So as you start to add this mentality into your system, it starts to change everything, right? All right, so turn that morning coffee, that fancy watch, those Jordans, the big screen TV, and all the stuff, remember, is going to be worth close to nothing by next year, okay? Like close to nothing, into assets that produce money, okay? Into something that's actually going to make you money consistently where you won't even have to worry about buying these things. It's going to come easy to you, okay? Because you'll have that disposable income to be able to do that, okay? So Ecom Unleashed is more than just knowledge and training. It is an investment in yourself and in your future. All right, guys, this is investment in your future. All right, guys, so check this out. Let's get a little bit interesting with this real quick. Okay, so if you guys don't know who this guy is right here, there's a good friend of mine. His name is Aaron Burton, okay? His name is Mr. Flipper. Okay, so have you guys heard of this guy right now, Mr. Flipper? Because he is an amazing individual. Just about 2 to 3 years ago, he was actually sleeping in a car. All right, guys, sleeping in a car. And he has gone, he has gone to make 100 in the last 8 months. He's made 100, and this is not including his Shopify stores, what they made, but just by selling websites, Shopify websites, he's made $109,000, guys. Think about it. He was sleeping in a car and he went, when I talk about the digital revolution, this is one of the things that's there. Okay. So he actually flips his Shopify stores like clockwork every 2 to 3 months. He's doing that. I think every 3 months he flips his stores and he's made $109,000 doing it. Okay. So I'm actually going to include in the course, this is one of the bonuses, how to flip it. So you can literally build up your store, okay, for 3 months and then flip it and then just do it all over again because you have the system. Okay, we're giving you the system on how we've done it, how we're doing it, and we're going to give you guys the support on how to make it happen. Okay, like that's one of the really important things that you got to take into consideration, right? All right, so one of the things I want to tell you guys a little bit more about is that money replenishes, okay? I don't know if you guys have ever heard that before, but money replenishes, but guess what doesn't? Time. Time does not replenish, guys. Every 2 weeks, we earn a paycheck. Some of us may earn it in a week. Some of us may earn it in a month, whatever your timeline is. Okay, we spend it on bills, coffee, clothes, haircuts, and some of us spend it literally to the last very dime, right? So like literally we're living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I was living paycheck to paycheck at one time. I remember it. I was catering tables. Okay, guys, I was literally working for a catering company. After I had actually gotten out of prison and everything like that, I was literally, guys, just remember this, I was literally giving people their hors d'oeuvres. Like literally, that's what I was doing. I was giving people their hors d'oeuvres. I was setting up weddings, okay? People commanding me to tell me everything I did. That's what I was actually doing, guys. And you see where I've gone from there, right? Okay. So every time that we spend it like clockwork, right? And the money we lose replenishes in another 2 weeks. Because we get another paycheck and the cycle continues. Okay. Unlike money, though, our time does not replenish. You don't get those 2 weeks back of time. That's gone forever. You may get that money back, but your time is gone. Those 2 weeks are gone. You're never getting those back. Okay. So trying to learn the ins and outs of what we're doing is like one of the very important factors to help you actually take away this whole huge gap of losing money. And then, okay, to replenish every week, but that time gap is gone. So you're not getting any further than you were last week. You know, you made the $500 paycheck and then you spent it all. You make another $500 paycheck. And that cycle is a continuum. It's almost like ever going, and it's just evergreen. It keeps going, right? So every time you do this, you're not going to be able to save that money or even keep it for a rainy day. Okay. Yet we get to spend it just as quickly and senselessly, meaninglessly, and as productively that we can. All right, guys. So instead of wasting time trying to learn the ins and outs of business the hard way, expensive and time consuming, Ecom Unleashed has done all the work. We've spent so much considerable time learning these things. Okay. Like my whole agency has gone in to like help us like come out with a nice system to help and allow to develop a highly successful business model to make your time frame be cut in half or less. You know, so imagine you're always just chasing after all these different gurus giving free information out there and everything like that. But if you had a step-by-step process with someone that has done it over and over again, think about it for a second. Would that not be a huge shortcut for you? Be a huge one. Okay. So take it from me that I have spent that $100,000, you know, like figuring out the success from some of the best teachers on the planet, you know, spent in the last 6-7 months alone, spent over $250,000 in ads, guys. Okay. For our own companies, testing to see what works, what doesn't, and passing that knowledge right down to you guys. You know, that's one of the key components right there. All right, so look, this is what the course, we're going to go over it again. So like you're getting the Ecom Unleashed training, the sourcing, the drop shipping, the building the brand, the why and the how, Facebook ads marketing, scaling, targeted, the mindset that I was telling you guys about, the scaling your Shopify store with ease, and everything like that. And we're giving you that bonus. We're giving you the bonus of Mr. Flippa, how to sell or flip your Shopify store. Okay, so just that by itself, like let's just say that you were to have all that stuff right there and we were to just stop right now. If you got all that, wouldn't that be like a super amazing deal right there? You know, but why stop now? So to sweeten the deal, let's keep going. Let's keep on going, guys. So boom, check this out. This is one of the parts I'm actually very excited about right now. Okay, so this is called bonus number 2. This is something brand new that we're bringing to the market, and it's going to be super amazing, and it's called the Digital Edge. Okay, guys, so the Digital Edge is an actual subscription box business / coaching program. So a lot of people are always like, man, the course is cool and everything like that, but what if you had actual backing in a community to help you actually build that business? Because, you know, after you take a course, you can have all these questions, right? And it's cool to be in a little free group and everything like that. But what if you were actually getting coaching from me and other really amazing people? So we're actually going to include a free month, okay, which comes with this box that you see right here, full of goodies, full of trainings, including an amazing book. And we're going to include a very secret thing that we're not going to tell anyone. So when people get it, they're going to get it and they're going to be very amazed at what we're actually giving. And it's going to have you're going to have 2 monthly training, coaching calls. Okay, guys. So by myself and other amazing speakers. So not only are you going to be in this, exclusive group, you're going to have those 2 coaching calls. You're going to get this box in, but we're going to give you that all for free within this whole package. Okay. With a value of $497. And we're meshing together the membership system with a subscription box model, which I think is super amazing. You guys are going to love it. We're going to give you guys some digital frontiersman gear. If you see on the right-hand side, it says in whole digital revolution, which is what's happening. There's a digital revolution on our planet right now. Okay. All right. So, you got to think about this too. Okay. I want to mention this. Okay. So for many people, it's important to keep up to date with the material they learn. Okay. So think about it with the very ending part, people kind of feel lost. So if you don't have that support system, sometimes you just tend to give up. And that's why I wanted to add that in there. I had to, because I'm like, man, you know what? I want to give people as much value as possible. Like if it were me and I knew I wanted to be set up for success, how could it work? And you need that aftermath to help you figure out some of the parts that you're missing. And those gaps are going to be filled with the Digital Edge program. Okay. And it's going to help you stay ahead of the curve. Okay, guys? And a lot of cool stuff too. So let's go through this one more time. All right, so we have right here the Ecom Unleashed training. We have everything added on top, and then we have the free month of the membership training and subscription box, the Digital Edge. Okay, so what is this made for? To give you guys a digital edge above and beyond everyone else out there. All right, so we're not going to stop there. Let's keep going. There's another bonus. Okay, so there's a hybrid Shopify theme that has helped us generate over 6 figures on our own Shopify stores. $297 value. I think it's a lot more than that because we've probably spent thousands of dollars like testing. And our developer and programmer has literally gone above and beyond and like changed things around to make sure that you're getting higher converting. So we're going to give you actually a theme that we created. It's a hybrid theme that makes your funnel system and makes it easier to make sales. Because for a lot of people, they don't realize maybe if you're not getting a lot of sales, your funnel's messed up, and your funnel is messed up. And if you don't know what a funnel is, it's basically when someone enters into your website, they press add to cart, or even on that page, maybe they don't press add to cart because you don't have trust badges. You may not have, big enough buttons. You don't have the placement right. So we're actually giving you a theme that actually converts very high. So that's like one that's very important that I think is going to help you convert higher traffic. Okay. And it's perfect for Shopify lifestyle, clothing, or a niche store. Okay. This can also be used for general stores also. And it's very cool because it's very easy and it's very appealing once you put the proper art into it for whatever your brand actually is. Okay. So just think about that. If all you got was just that, okay, this would be a roadmap to success. Okay, so little by little, what I'm doing for you guys is I'm mapping out your success in an unprecedented time where the digital world is reshaping how business is done. This is the digital revolution. So like what we're doing is we're mapping this out in the best way possible to have you guys get the success that you've been wanting in the world where things are changing so rapidly, right? So that's like one of the most amazing parts about this whole entire thing. So we have the whole entire course, everything in there. Mind you guys, I'm going to be adding courses. We have over 65, I think now it's like 65 videos. So we have over 65 videos. Some of these videos are even an hour long. Like I'm talking about like really great information that you guys may have never heard of before. And we're adding all the bonuses. So we have bonus number 1, bonus number 2, number 3, the hybrid Shopify. There's an actual total value of $92.88, almost $10,000. Okay. So let's not even stop there. Let's do it even further. Okay. So if you guys don't know who this guy is, his name is Carlos Redlick. Okay. So he is an amazing entrepreneur. He actually writes copy for 7 to 8 and 9 figure earners. Okay. So he writes copy for people that are making millions of dollars, help with like $1 million launches and doing amazing things out there. Okay. So he's going to help you with the copy for your ads. Cause some people don't realize that one of the cool things to have that angle is to have the proper ad copy. Okay, so he's actually in this critical sale, the 13 critical sales elements with a bonus. He's actually going to tell you guys how to write proper ads, how to write proper structure for your products and the emails, and it has a lot to do with your success too. So now what we're doing is we're learning these components and we're stacking them on top of each other to help you guys have literally some of the most important things that will help your Shopify business and brand go to the next level. Okay. All right, so check this out, guys. So this is where it gets really awesome too, is that we have a satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with Ecom Unleashed, I will personally, me, myself, I charge incredible amounts of money for consulting and everything like that. And I will personally get on a 15-minute phone call to help you figure out an obstacle. And we may even have some of our team members come in to make sure and ensure your success so that you are actually happy and you're learning the game in the proper way. Okay, so for if any reason you're still not completely you're satisfied after you've gone through the material and platform in its entirety, you have to actually go through it. You can't just be like, hey, I can't do this. Like that's what I was talking about, action. You got to actually take the action. I will actually refund your purchase. And on top of that, I will actually give you guys even the first box that comes in for free. So we will literally just give you the box for free. So that there's basically no chances that you're taking here at all. So we'll actually return your money if that's the case. As long as you've gone through it all and we get on that phone call, I will return it and you could keep that first subscription box with our gear, with the training, with the books, with all the other cool stuff that we're going to jam pack that box with. Okay, so I will actually do that for you guys. Okay. All right, so let's go through this one more time. So check out all the stuff that we're doing, okay, guys? So the trainings, the sourcing dropshipping products, the building the brand, Facebook marketing, scaling your business with ease. And guess what? There's stuff I'm not even mentioning in here that you guys are going to have a little surprise as you get in of these extra factors that we're adding to help your business out, right? So we have all 4 bonuses for a value of $97.85, almost like $10,000, guys. Okay, so there's a value of like $10,000, but check this out. Okay, so get started right now. Okay, and we are actually going to be doing this for $997, guys, less than $1,000 with a special that we're having right now on Ecom Unleashed. All right, guys. So like super awesome. And we are literally helping you guys out in a freaking awesome way that we're going to be able to help you actually build the business of your dreams, be able to travel, be able to spend more time with family, like the things that you wanted to do before, you'll be able to, because you'll have the financial freedom with a system that is revolutionizing how business is done. This is why we've done it. Like I had to take this plunge because like I know how much people need help out there, and it's that time right now to do it, right? So this is going to be the complete guide on how to start, build, scale, maintain an amazing Shopify website and brand. Remember too, when I say that as a brand, we're not just teaching you about Shopify, we're teaching you how to build a brand, sustainable. If you guys go to ecomunleashed.com special, you can go ahead and pick up that deal. Okay. So let me explain one thing really quickly, guys. And this is very important. Okay. There's two choices that you have. Okay. So like I had one of my mentors do something very similar to me, and I'm going to basically go through it with you guys. Okay. So there comes a time in everyone's life when you're faced with a decision that can literally change the course of down where you're headed. Okay. Right now, that's that time. Okay. So I present you guys with two choices. Okay. So there's two choices that you have right now. Okay. You can invest in your future today and begin the journey to financial freedom with Ecom Unleashed by learning what we've actually taken our hard-earned time. I've taken time out of my day and I've built this course in a way that I really like. I put so much time and effort into this, guys. You have no idea. And I'm going to teach you guys how to learn, how to start, brand, build, scale, and maintain an awesome ecom business through Shopify while increasing your knowledge and value for money and learning the mindset where you literally could take it to any other business. This is not even just about Shopify, but it's made for Shopify. But the things that you will learn on mindset and everything that we've included here is literally going to be a lifetime. This is inspirational content that's going to help you literally be ahead of the curve and ahead of the competition out there. Okay, so that's option number one. You can take that step and literally change your life. Or number two, and this is something you can do too. You can just stop this webinar right now. You can go get something to eat. You go to sleep later tonight. You wake up tomorrow and just do the same exact thing that you've done every single day. Stuck in a perpetual cycle of living paycheck to paycheck or frustration over you can't figure out what the system is and everything like that, not living up to your fullest potential. Okay. Except now you feel the sting of regret every time you find yourself wondering, what if I were to take that course? Like what if Jonathan was actually presenting something amazing that can actually help change my life, my family's life, the way that I actually am able to travel or spend time with my family, do the things that I love and actually work doing something that I love. Okay, guys. So the decision is actually yours. Okay. At the end of the day, it's no one else's decision. No one can force you to do anything, but this is a step to help you gain that freedom. Okay. All right, guys. So again, let's go through that real quick. Like, look at all the stuff that you're getting here, guys. I'm not even including some of the extra bonuses that we talk about, axiology, the mindset, some of the other trainings. And guess what? I'm going to be adding, guys. I will be adding. Okay, just to give you an idea, I will be adding videos to stay up to date with what's going on. Okay, so like that's one of the key components for you guys too, that we'll actually be able to do that. Okay. So the very last one is going to be right here, guys. So check it out. So we're going to give it a chance. And if you guys can't afford the $997, 3 monthly payments of $397. And yeah, you know what? Dustin, yeah, I am playing the indifference card because I was at that obstacle too, man. At the end of the day, like there's so many cynics, and guess where cynics get? Cynics never get anywhere. So like I've been there, man. I was that cynic at one time myself. You know what I mean? There's so many cynics out there. There's so many cynics to all these different teachers out there, but they're helping out hundreds, if not thousands of people. And yet there's that one person that comes in and like, oh, they just want to make money. You know what? We don't do this just a lot of the guys. There are guys out there maybe just to make money, but there's guys out there that legitimately want to help. And guess what? At the end of the day, if you have a guarantee after it, guess what happens? If you don't like it, you just get your money back. So that for me, as I really want to help, and that's my key component is I want to help as many people as possible to learn these new things. I want more digital frontiersmen to join on board this digital revolution, to follow our movement, because we're going to be doing some really amazing stuff. And I would love to have you guys part of what we're building. We just started this movement, guys. We literally just launched a little while ago. Ecom Unleashed just launched literally, I think it was last week, or a week and a half ago, I think it was. And literally check that out, guys. Like this is the beginning stages of something great. I'd love to have you guys part of what we're doing, and everything like that. So, these are your opportunities that you have right here. I really hope that, like you'll be able to do the things that you can. And that's the thing. So here's one other thing I want to add. Okay, guys. So I know you're probably thinking, like I have no idea how to start my business or where to get going from where I'm at, especially if you have like, you're starting from ground zero, like if you have start from ground zero, you're having so much problems, like figuring out how to sell your stuff. Like I know how it feels, like to be there because I was there. And I can relate to that, you know what I mean? So that's why I've created this, so I can actually help you guys literally with all the steps on the way to get there, so this infrastructure is created for success. Our main prerogative is to make sure that people are getting those sales, they have the financial freedom, and that they're putting the work and they have the mindset. Because once you implement the mindset with all the literally step-by-step processes, guess what happens? Incredible things happen in a time that has never seen these type of tools and technologies come to fruition. And that's why I dove straight into it. Okay, like that's literally why I dove straight into it myself. You know what I mean? Okay, so, all right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to take some questions. Okay, so let me go ahead and take some questions to you guys. So this is like basically, let's do some Q&A questions right now. Let's go ahead and do some Q&As. All right, so go ahead and start posting your comments. There's already some over here, guys. There's already some comments and everything like that. By the way, there's the $3.97 special there too. But go ahead, let's start asking some questions. Okay, guys, let me go back to some of the older ones, and let's do that. All right, so Priscilla was saying that she owns an independent label on hoodies. Can this formula be used for my business model? Oh my gosh, Priscilla, this is how I started. I learned about the print on demand model, and we started a website. This was our very first one. I'll share it with you guys too. It's called Herp and it's basically some people have that name misconceived, but herpetology is the study of reptiles and amphibians. And what we did is we started in that niche, and we actually started on print on demand. And what's awesome about it is that you can sell these products through there. Okay, so like that's the amazing thing, like let's say that you're already making the hoodies and such. Okay, so you can get them actually done through companies like Gear Bubble, Printful, Custom Cat. These are some of the ones that you can actually buy these from. You make the designs, you put them on the shirts, they can ship them for you. But let's say that you have them yourself, it's the same exact thing. Actually, in our course, we have something called ShipStation. So we actually go out and we teach you guys how we use ShipStation to do self-fulfillment, and where the tracking goes into the system. Like literally the system is made so easy. And this is why we love it. This is why we jumped head first into everything that we're doing with it, because these applications that are attached to Shopify make your life easier. They start making stuff systematic for you to do. So yeah, Priscilla, basically that is exactly, you can definitely do this business model. This is the business model. Like if you're retailing something out there, I tell even my clients, guys, like if they want to use another platform, I think that it's crazy, because we're using it ourselves. So obviously we're not just telling people, hey, go ahead and use this platform. Like, no, we use this ourselves with consistent results. So there's a reason behind the madness. At the end of the day, it's like, we're not just telling you to use it. There's a reason behind it. So yeah, this actually is a perfect model for you, Priscilla. All right. So, okay, Mo, yep, we did target the parents of shoes. Okay. So let's go ahead. Okay, so Dustin, that's a great question. That's a really great question. Actually, I should mention that too. So for thereafter, the digital edge is actually what we're going to do is it's a $497 value, but it's actually going to be $297 after. Okay, so we're going to give you literally a free month. So you have the free month, you get your box, you get the coaching calls, you get into an exclusive group where we're going to talk about these things. I'm going to bring in awesome speakers and everything, high-end speakers that are doing multiple seven figures, six-figure earners, all kinds of different people to help you guys out. But it's actually going to be $297 thereafter. Okay, so like by the time you guys get into that, like within a 2-3 month period, if you literally go through all our course and you guys aren't getting results, you come and talk to me. You know what I mean? Like I honestly think that if you follow by the steps, you're going to actually be able to get the results, and we're going to help you get there. And my prerogative is to have you guys stay in the digital edge, because you're going to need that coaching as you're scaling, from $1,000, from let's say your first sale to $100 a day, to $1,000 a day, to $10,000 a day. You need help every step of the way. And that's what we've created the digital edge for, is for e-commerce, to help you guys brand yourself, for the mindset that it needs to actually be able to come up with these figures. So yeah, Dustin, I hope that's your answer for your question. Okay. All right. And how much do I charge for consulting? Yeah, my consulting actually starts from 2,500 to 5,000. So that's why I offer the Digital Edge. I think that's like a great way to do things. And just to give you an idea, Vincent Wang, he did do consulting also with me, and he's also just been part of all the things that we do, because we're gonna have masterminds. Like what we want to do is we want to create a community where we all can help each other out. The Digital Edge was made for that, with this community, and for just regular digital frontiersmen that you guys follow our movement and everything like that. But the Digital Edge was made to help you guys collaborate together and expand your horizons by being around like-minded go-getters that take action. Okay. All right. So, okay, what if you don't have physically have the 997? Well, Kelsey, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll tell you something. There's a person that told me one time that they had zero money and they were actually getting into something called Landmark Education, which is a teaching platform. And the teacher once told them, if you want to do this, you will find the money. You will find the money. So at the end of the day, if you don't have the 997, you could try for the 397. Like go in with one of your friends. Go in with one of your friends, be like, hey, let's go half on this and let's go and do this. Get the money from your mom, borrow the money from someone and take that step if you want to be able to do it. So that, to me, like, money is not a factor. If you think money is a factor, again, this is the mindset, the factor that I tell you guys about. If you already see that as the first obstacle and you're not willing to go out and think outside the box to get the money, you're already stopping yourself. What makes you think that you're going to be successful in the e-commerce world if you can't problem solve and troubleshoot? That's what it's about. It's about expanding your horizons, guys. Okay, this goes for everything. You have to expand your horizons and troubleshoot. You have to really troubleshoot problems that are out there. Like, don't just give up. If you just give up, you're going to be giving up on everything else in your life. Like you deserve more in your lives, and you can go out and do it, but you have to think outside the box. Like, think about the problem solving. How can I do this? Don't tell yourself I can't do it. Say, how can I do it? And you figure it out. Okay. That's one of the huge parts about that. All right. So Dustin, I answered that question for you. Okay. So Kelsey, why was Shopify been my platform of choice? Oh, to me, it's like a no-brainer. I've done it, so I'm going to tell you why I think that way. Okay, so Shopify is so amazing because what they're doing is they're allowing third-party applications to be plugged into their system. Okay, so what that means is that they're allowing companies to make our lives easier. So I told you guys about Retarget app. Okay, so that's an app that literally all you do is plug it in, you put some comments, and it runs on its own, retargeting all your traffic. So you guys ever gone online and you go to Google, you go to Facebook, you see, or you go into a page, a car page, and all of a sudden all these car ads are like following you everywhere? That's retargeting. And guess how much more efficient retargeting is? It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing things that you could do. Let's say that people go into your shop and then they want to basically, they go into the cart and then they abandon the cart. There's something called abandoned cart retrieval. I think it is, or abandonment cart something. I forgot what the last one. I'm sure one of you guys knows what it is. But guess what? You're able to actually retarget those people, and that's an app. Okay, for example, all these apps are basically made to make the entrepreneur success easy. So the reason I picked Shopify is because it's a huge company. They're billions of dollars. Okay, they have over, I believe, don't quote me on it, but I think it's over 255,000 active users. So they're a giant company. They're $1 billion company. They have a huge infrastructure. If you're building a website, we made over probably 500 websites before getting into Shopify. And one of the things that you need a lot of is support. And Shopify actually gives you the support. Just to give you guys an idea, let me type in here too. If you guys want to get a whole free month in Shopify, and this is something like once you start on our course and everything like that, we offer it to people, but you get a 30-day free trial. So it's called digitalfrontiersman.com/Shopify. You get a 30-day free trial, but it's only like $29 a month on the bottom tier level. And literally you could call Shopify over and over and over again, and they'll help you throughout the way. So think about it. The support is amazing. So think about when you have technical difficulties, what do? Back in the days, you'd have to pay a programmer to actually help you. Now you have customer service rep at your disposal. Think about that. That's huge. That's one of the reasons I really love it. And people could try to hack your site, but this is $1 billion company. They can't hack your site. So it's like an awesome facilitation tool to help you with your success. And I love that it also, Kelsey, like one of the things I love is that they add this thing called the Facebook Pixel into your site so that Facebook can track everything that's happening inside your site. Back in the days, this actually only happened. This happened about a year ago. I think around a year ago, they added the Facebook Pixel. But back in the days, you'd have to get a programmer and he'd have to go into every page and put this pixel, or they couldn't even track what was going on. now they can actually track every single little thing that is going on. So to me, that's like super amazing, like super amazing. All right, so Alex says, will this be available in half month's time? I want an Amazon store and I'm waiting for the next payment, which will allow me to afford this. Well, Alex, like I said, man, sometimes you got to take the step. We are going to be raising the price. I can't tell you exactly when that is. So this might be available, but it might not be available. And the bonuses might not be available either. So we have to switch it up. And this is something that we have to offer for a certain amount of time to help you guys out. Because if you saw like all the value that we added inside of it, we have to cut that at some time. So like if you really want to make it happen, dude, you can make it happen. Especially if you're going to get, let's say, if you want to just start with $397, all it is a few questions away from people if you really want to change your life. You know what I mean? So that's for Alex. All right. So can support type names, drop shipping sources in the chat. Didn't catch the name to write it down. Hey, support, can you guys go ahead and send us names of the drop shipping sources and everything like that? Kelsey, what do you mean by that too? Like basically like AliExpress, like you were asking about like AliExpress. There's an app called Shopify app that like helps us with that. I go through like the whole explanation on how it's to be used and everything like that. But AliExpress is one of the main components that people use to actually drop ship for you. So, and then what we teach you is about the applications that can help you do it automated. So they automate it together with AliExpress itself, Kelsey. All right, so Danielle was asking, we have already a Shopify store selling licensed stuff from China. Yes, Marvel, as a noob, we never been considered legalities. Can you tell us to shut this thing down? I mean, look, Danielle, to tell you the truth, at the end of the day, if you're doing licensed goods that aren't licensed and they're copyright, you're running a risk of getting in trouble. Okay, so remember, if someone has a store, just think about this right now. Okay, they haven't been doing this yet, but they're going to implement it. Trust me on that. But if you have a store that's selling unlicensed goods in an actual store, you can actually get arrested. Okay, we're doing this now online, so I'm not trying to tell you you're going to get arrested. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the thing I see happening now is that they're shutting down businesses. Okay, so there's a couple guys that entered into our course last week, and they said that that's what they were doing. They were actually doing unlicensed products, and one of them got everything shut down. He got cease and desist letters, and he got lawsuits. And the other guy, he basically had the same thing, and I guess they shut down his account, and he lost everything. He lost his business. He lost his data. So my notion is, build a sustainable brand. You can't do it off copyright products. You can't. So there's many companies, Danielle, if you're doing it and you're having success, if you're not having any success, you need to get rid of it ASAP. If you're having success, what I say is you need to change that model into actually moving into licensed products. So you can find very similar products, let's say if you're doing Marvel, and just use them within a licensed product way of doing it. And that way you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to wake up one morning and your Shopify or your Facebook account is just shut down. What are you going to do then? All that work you just did, just gone. So like I definitely say that's like one way I see people doing it, and more people are just getting shut down or lawsuits are coming into play. And possibly in the future, people could actually go to jail for it coming up. So you got to be careful, Danielle. All right. So Mo wants to know, can you train your pixel? There's a Facebook pixel, guys, while optimizing for post-page engagement instead of conversions because it will be cheaper, and then optimize your conversions. Okay, you're 15. Damn, look at Mo, man, 15 years old. Hey, congrats. You see what is going on, guys? Like 15 years old, already making moves. I love it. Okay, so one of the things that you want to do, yes, you can start with, I like to do PPE for, to me, it's not so much about the pixel itself. Like once you start getting an audience and you may look like audiences and stuff, that's the best way I like it. But one of the things that you want to do when you're running traffic to get some momentum, I like to do PPE, which is called the post-page engagement, which it goes out to get people to engage with your post. So they'll like it, they'll share it, they'll comment, but usually they're not buyers. Sometimes you will get some buyers there, especially if it's a really good product, you probably will. But once you get enough traction there, you could start a website conversion for purchases and stuff like that. You could start that first going on, or you could start both simultaneously. What I like to do is put some engagement. You may even want to have a couple of your friends or something like that go ahead and post in the comments and say like, oh, this product is awesome. Oh man, this is amazing. And that'll help gain some traction because sometimes no one wants to be the first person to post. So if they see a couple people posted already, that could give you guys some momentum, All right, guys, here's some more questions. Shopify app. All right, cool. So at what point in profits do you have to get taxes involved? Okay, so at first you can always say this is a hobby, but once every state is going to be different, so you have to talk to an accountant. And remember, an accountant will give you knowledge and information for free at first, so it's not like you have to go in and you're going to pay money. But if you're like, hey, I'm going to use your services coming up for the year, here's a few questions that I have getting into it. They'll give you a lot of free information. And one of the things is that usually if you're making over $5,000 to $10,000, then you have to start taxing. But guys, all of this stuff, especially in the beginning phases, if you open just a DBA, it's called doing business as a fictitious name. That right there itself can help you guys, let's say, just get a business started and all of your expenses go into it. So let's say when you're running Facebook ads, when you have a meeting with one of your suppliers, you're going to do dinner on it, your car, like gas and things like that, that if you're running around you put all those expenses there, and usually it's not that huge. If you're making a lot of money, just pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're making a lot of money, you pay taxes. But a lot of these expenses, if you're not making a lot, your expenses usually are could be more to even to just a little bit less. And then you go ahead and you're not paying taxes. You have a legitimate business, and this can actually help you sell your Shopify store when you're ready. Okay. All right. So Kelsey is asking, psychologically speaking, what time frame for goals do you recommend for setting? Okay. For example, one goal I've engraved, I want a Range Rover by 25. She's 19 now. Basically, do you advise deciding your goals and then featuring realistic deadline for yourself? Cheers. Okay. Okay. So I'm big on goals. I use something called Trello.com. Let me put this on here, guys. You'll like this one too. I teach how to literally go into Trello the way and do systems, but just a quick overview of Trello. Trello's an organization software. So what I do, just to keep things in perspective, I have a 1-day goal, I have a weekly goal, I have a monthly goal, I have a quarterly goal, and then I have my big vision, which will be into the years ahead. So that could be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. I have those big goals there too. So every Monday, I do my weekly goals and my daily goals. The very first of every month, I do my monthly goals. The first of every quarter, I do my quarterly goals. Okay, and then obviously, I do my yearly goals at the beginning of the year or right before the end of the year. So for you guys, and I think that was Kelsey. Yeah, Kelsey. Yeah, you do want to have that, but you have to break it down. Like, how do you get there? Okay, so if you want to have a Range Rover by 25 years old, by the way, I think you could do it much before that. If you're already just on this webinar listening to that, that shows me that you have the right mindset. So that right there, I can tell you right off the bat. But if you want to have a Range Rover by 25, how do you get there? Okay. For example, what is it that you're going to do to get there? And throw my course in there. Obviously, that would be a huge step to actually gaining the financial freedom in order to buy a Range Rover, right? So you have to actually take actionable steps to get somewhere. If you're not taking any steps and you're just like, I'm just going to see how to make money, I'm just going to figure out. No, you got to take action. It's better to take action now and then start learning that curve going up than to just sit back and just try to wonder and ponder where you might go. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, guys. So if there's not any more questions. Oh, and Kelsey, yeah, we'll accept you also into the DFM group, guys. Remember, there's a DFM group. But there you go, guys. This is our course. I'm glad that you guys were here and everything like that. So our course is $997. Go ahead and ecomunleashed.com special. And we will see you guys on the other side. Make sure you follow our movement, Digital Frontiersmen. Glad to have you guys all here. It's awesome that you can make that next step. And for those of you that stayed around, we're going to go ahead and put up an offer, and you can get an extra entry into our $10,000 online business package giveaway. Okay. Make sure you're following us on Facebook. Go to Digital Frontiersmen, follow us, because we're going to do more stuff to do that giveaway and others. And we're going to actually send you guys a video training showing you how we actually pick products as promised. Okay, guys. So let me see if that one right there. Yeah, Mo, hey, get the course when you're ready, Mo. This is it, man. I will definitely be there to facilitate and help you on the way, man. Taking that next step is like a monumental one. You know what I mean? It's definitely super amazing and everything like that. So let me see what I'm going to do. Yeah, guys. So I think, let me see if we added onto this thing, our little email for the product. Do you guys see the profit, the little link to go up for the offer? Let me see if that is up right now. Let's see. let us see. Do you guys see it up there? Let me know if you see it or not. Okay. Yes. Okay, perfect. You guys see it there? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, there's a little link, guys, for the offer. Okay, so to get an extra entry into the $10,000 online business package and the video training, go ahead and look in the offer. You see it? Okay. Mo sees it. Elton, you got to look in the chat. Look in the chat. Look at the offer. We're going to give you guys a free entry. And guys, don't sleep on it. If you can, if you got to find the money anyway, just do what you got to do. But man, I was very glad that a lot of you guys were able to come out and entertain, the great things that we have going on in this new digital revolution. We're looking forward to helping people as much as possible through all the different things. Make sure you're following our movement. We appreciate it very much. Oh, to your question, Elton? Okay. You're in the National Guard. Last question. Let's go through it. I'm going to help Elton out right there. Yeah, Danielle sees it. I am in the National Guard, and I have 2 long-term training exercises this summer. Can I pause payment and get things going for those months? Okay, so what is that? I don't know if you want, Elton, I don't know if you could find me on Facebook, but find me on Facebook and you can ask those questions there. I'm not sure if I fully understand your question. I'm not 100% clear on what you mean by that. Like, where is it? Like, you're in that training program now, or you're going to be in that training? So I'm not sure what you're doing, So go ahead and find me here. I'm going to give you my name. You guys can friend me on Facebook too. Follow the things that we're doing. There we go. And find us on, you can also ask the questions in our group, the DFM. So you can find me on DFM group. You can ask me questions there. If you want to find me, you can actually find me in the DFM group, friend me from there, send me a message. And then there's also on Facebook. Okay, you can ask us questions on there. Our support will be there to help you guys out. Okay. All right. So, hey, Elton and everyone else, Danielle, Kelsey, Mo, thank you guys for joining. I'm very glad that you guys were able to come. Go ahead and fill that out to have that there. And good luck to everybody. Okay, guys, have a wonderful time, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you.